food pantry programs in New York City have disclosed that they are upset with that of Mayor Eric Adams, as he has told people via his $112 billion spending plan for the next fiscal year that he plans on cutting services that are rendered to food pantry programs via his Community Food Connection program that he revamped under his administration. Now, it is said that he plans to cut the spending to the food pantry programs by 56%. So this year they're getting about $51 million. Next year they'll be getting about $25 million. And the year after that, they'll be getting $21 million. And so the food pantry programs are saying we already don't have enough money to take care of people who come to our pantries every day. Some of those programs saying they're feeding about 300 to 700 people a day. And so to cut those programs would spell disaster, because let's just keep it real. A lot of people cannot afford to feed themselves via their own households. So a lot of people go to food pantries or even kitchens to just get a meal, a good meal a day. And so when you think about him trying to, and not trying to, he said he's going to do it, right? Cut those programs. You also have to bring in the conversation of the migrants, because a lot of those food pantries said, well, we have seen, for one, an uptick in people coming to our food pantries after the pandemic, right? The pandemic has left a lot of people in financial turmoil. Now, bring in the migrants that have gone over to New York City. They're saying a lot of them are lining up to get the food as well. Okay. So we also know that New York City has spent about $1.4 billion taking care of the migrants, right? So that's a lot of money. And I know that Mayor Eric Adams has gone to the Biden administration asking for help, but that kind of seems like it has fallen on deaf ears. Now, if you also think about Black Americans and food insecurity, of course, we always are affected by that more. It says that in New York, Black families are 2 times more likely than white families to face food insecurity. Now, think about all of that. Now, I also want to ask people, why on earth would you continue voting for that? Now, I know it's Mayor Eric Adams' first term, but I'm telling you, I don't live in New York City, but if I did, I surely would not be voting for him to have a second term, because he seems like his interests are everywhere else. And as y'all know, he is a Black man, and I'm not saying he should do stuff just for Black people, but he surely should think about Black people when he is doing his spending bills and a whole host of other things. And so again, Black people are going to be mostly affected by him cutting that money from the food pantry programs. And I think it's a shame. Obviously, Black people in America need our reparations, but until then, we definitely do not need these so-called Black leaders that we, because he's a Democrat, right, send into office and then thumb his nose at the plight of Black people and the things that we are going through. So I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of hungry people there. And then you think about it too, especially with the United States government. They send so much money everywhere else while Americans sit and try to figure out where their next meal is going to come from. And I just want to put this out here too. Mayor Eric Adams is a big proponent of what Biden is doing, especially in some places overseas. So y'all keep that in mind. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.